Sami Abou Shahadeh is a Palestinian historian and former member of the Israeli Knesset. He joins us now from Jaffa. Good to have you with us. Is the Nakba a historical event, or is it an ongoing process?
Well, Sami, I wish we could deal with the Nakba as a historical event that had a beginning and an end in 1948 or in 1949. But unfortunately, this Zionist terrorist groups that expelled the Palestinian people from their homeland in 1948 has built a state. And now they are a big army, which is continuing to plan death and violence and destruction, not just for the Palestinian people or in areas in Palestine, like in Gaza, the West Bank, Jerusalem, or other Palestinian cities inside Israel, but they are planting violence, destruction, and death, as you have been reporting now, in Lebanon, in Syria, in Iran, all over the Middle East. So we cannot deal with the Nakba only as a historical event that had a beginning and an ending in 1 or 2 years. Unfortunately, all the evil that has been going on, it has been going on since 1948. And imagine this small state called Israel has led a war on the Arab world in 1948, in 1956, in 1967, 1973, invaded Lebanon 1982, then the first Intifada 1987, then the Gulf War 1990, second Intifada 2000, another invasion to Lebanon 2006, and since then another 5 wars on Gaza. And in between all this big wars, you had violence all the time. So it is a continuous event which is carrying too much destruction, death, and crimes all the time.
You mentioned there the issue of terrorism, and perhaps what many people might not fully know is how those figures who were implicated in the killings of Palestinians, as well as others who did not support the policies of the Zionist gangs, those people, like Yitzhak Shamir, like Menachem Begin, who had a British arrest warrant out for him, they became part of the leadership of the State of Israel. Talk us through that, and how do we see that sort of pattern repeating itself with figures in more recent administrations, current administrations, who have also had terror convictions against them, like Itamar Ben-Gvir, going on to become Minister of National Security?
Sami, most of the world unfortunately do not know that the Israelis, the vast majority of the Israelis, still denies the Nakba. They do not any. While part of them who did the crimes have admitted that they expelled people and they destroyed houses and they did all these crimes. Till now, in the official narrative in the Israeli schools, when they teach history, there is total Nakba denial. Not just there's total Nakba denial. When we are commemorating the Nakba, when we, the victims of all these crimes, when we are commemorating the Nakba, we are attacked. A few days ago, our students in the Hebrew University were attacked by a member of the Israeli Knesset, Tzvi Sokot, because they were commemorating the Nakba. Nowadays, in an hour or so, in Tel Aviv University, the Palestinian students will be commemorating the 78th commemoration of the Nakba. The police is telling us that they might be attacking us. The police is not dealing with those who are planning to attack our students in the university. Why, Sami? Because we are saying that there was a Nakba. In the vast majority of the Israeli audience, there is total denial of the Palestinian pain and of the Palestinian narrative. Till today, Tel Aviv University itself, Sami, is built on a destroyed Palestinian village, Sheikh Mohannes. Until today, they are not ready to say that or write a sign that they have built their university on the destruction, on the ruins of another Palestinian village. This denial, Sami, is preventing any just dialogue between the Palestinians and the Israelis. I want to say this, Sami.
Let me jump in and ask this question. In terms of policies,
Please.
the continuation of the Nakba as policies, what does that mean for even for Palestinians who did not flee their lands in 1948, who became Israeli citizens, when you have laws that organizations like B'Tselem would point to, like the Basic Law of 2018, Article 1C, which talks about national self-determination as a right that is unique to Jewish people?
Sami, first of all, when those who stayed in Israel as Israeli citizens like me, we are now 20% of the Israeli population, nearly 2 million people. First of all, the Israeli state officially do not acknowledge our Palestinian identity. We are not allowed to teach our Palestinian history, our Palestinian narrative in our schools. We must teach only modern Zionist history according to their narrative. Till today, there's an atmosphere of terror in our schools that if a teacher will be telling the Palestinians their story, what happened to their grandfathers, he will be expelled out of the system. So there is a terror environment controlling the Israeli education system that prevents the Palestinian teachers from teaching our history in our schools. And we are being chased all the time. Till today, Sami, if we raise a Palestinian flag in our demonstrations, like any national minority anywhere in the world, okay, we are being attacked. And people could be imprisoned for just raising, because there is this insistence that they try to kill us and bring us out of the history and out of the geography of Palestine. The basic fact that we still exist, Sami, makes them feel that they did not finish their job. This is why you have people like Bezalel Smotrich telling us in the Knesset, when I was a member in the Knesset, he clearly said that this criminal Ben-Gurion did not finish the job in 1948, and they are here to finish the job. And this idea of expulsion still exists, not just in 1948. In nowadays Israeli Knesset, you have a majority of racist fascists that led the genocide against Gaza, led the expulsion of 60,000 people lately in the West Bank from their camps to different areas in the West Bank.
Let me ask you a quick question. What role did the British play in setting up the stage for the Nakba?
The most important role that made Zionism succeed was the British role. Without this colonial force in helping the Zionists could not have succeeded in their project in Palestine. Before the British occupation of Palestine in 1917, Zionism was a total failure. What helped empowered this project and made them able to expel us from our homeland and destroy us for all these decades was because of the British help.
Okay, thank you so much, Sami Abou Shahadeh, a Palestinian historian and former member of the Israeli Knesset, joining us from Jaffa.